Hi, I'm Wade, and welcome to my Doordash Driver review. I'm going to be known as the Pay It Forward affiliate as part of the payitforwardaffiliate.com. Welcome to this review. I hope you find some great value, and let's get going.
Now, full transparency here. I don't have any affiliation with DoorDash at all. I actually have just tried it multiple times, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, review how it works, and my experiences, and then some of my own personal conclusions. So, in this video, you're going to discover three things. One, what is DoorDash and how it works? Two, is it really worth it to do DoorDash? And three, is there a better alternative to DoorDash in order to make some side gig income? All right, also, make sure that you stay to the end of this video because hopefully, one, you find a lot of good information and you can make a good informed decision. And two, I actually have a free gift for you if you stay all the way until the end. And who doesn't like free gifts? I mean, come on. Finally, if you like videos about side hustles and you found good value in this content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will keep making videos for everyone. All right, with that, let's get into it. DoorDash, alongside Uber Eats, is a powerhouse in the food industry. But, like any side hustles, your DoorDash experience is what you make of it. So let's break it down. First of all, like becoming a Dasher is super easy. You download it on your phone, or you can go on your computer if you want, and you just fill in a little bit of information. They do some verification, and you can be dashing within 24 hours, if not sooner sometimes. So super easy to get signed up, super easy to get started. And it's also in 7,000 cities, so pretty much anyone can be a Dasher if they want to. Now, the obvious question I think that everybody has is how much do you make? I mean, DoorDash says that they pay about $25 per hour on average, including tips. But let's be real. I mean, it varies. So I've gone out and dashed and made, $15 in an hour. And just recently I did a long dash, like a 10-hour dash with 25, 26 different dashes, and made $35 an hour. So it really depends on when you're dashing, where you're located at, how many other people are dashing, and what orders you do or don't accept. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do is you want to follow the $2 per mile rule. So basically what that is you want to look at how much the order is going to be, and whether or not the amount of miles you have to travel to complete that order divided by the amount you're going to make equals $2, right? So as an example, if you are going to get a $10 dash, right, pretty good dash at a single time, and it takes you 5 miles to get there, then you're following that kind of $2 per mile rule. Now, that's just a kind of rule of thumb. Sometimes you're going to make more than that. Sometimes you'll make less of that. But in the end, that's kind of a guideline to decide if that dash is worth it for you or not. So for me personally, I took every order of the first 100 orders that I got. I wanted to ensure that my rating wasn't impacted too much. However, I do know that some people take actually less than 30% of the deliveries offered to them because they want to follow that $2 per mile rule. And they still make good money. But for me, I wanted to start with my rating being super high, so that I could start being more selective. But I know some people that just start off that way. There are a lot of statistics on DoorDash that say, ooh, you got to make sure you get this because you get the best orders. But from what I've read from other people and what I've seen in other videos, it sounds like that doesn't really impact things too much, especially if you're not in a high traffic area. Okay, tips. Now, most people are going to say that tips are a huge part of your pay, and that is true, but I suggest that you actually ignore tips and you look at the overall pay for your order. So tips plays a part of that, obviously, but again, we want to follow that $2 per mile rule if possible. So while the tip might be high, you might only be getting $2 from DoorDash for the particular order, right? So $8 means I'm only going to be doing a 4 or 5 mile run when I pick that order up. So tips can be low, tips can be high. It doesn't really play. The main important factor is looking into that overall pay that you're going to get for any dash that you do. So, pro tip, if there is a promotion, and there are regularly promotions, try to dash during that time, right? I had a promotion this weekend where if I did 25 dashes over the weekend, I would get $200, right? I think that's a early user promo bonus. But I regularly see plus $2 per order, plus $1.50 per order, plus $1 per order. Take advantage of the promos. You want to dash during meal times, and that's when you're going to see those promos happen, or super late at night, from 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m. They have premium pay basically all the time. Take advantage of those to maximize your earning. All right, next up, we need to talk about expenses. The biggest expense is obviously going to be your gas. I found that I actually was driving around a ton, and I used way more gas than I do when I do other side gig options. So we want to make sure that we're being efficient with our gas usage. Getting a mileage app of some kind on your phone is incredibly important because you can write miles off towards the maintenance of your vehicle. Maintenance of your vehicle is probably the second one. Like recently, I had to get new brakes, but I use that vehicle almost exclusively for business purposes. And so ultimately, I'm going to have that be a write-off as part of the maintenance of my car. The last thing that I think I would add is meals, because you're going to all these restaurants, you're getting all these food smells in your car constantly. It's almost impossible to not on occasion want to pick up a meal. But really, that's it. You don't have to advertise. There's not much more you need to do besides those things. I would also recommend that you have a business credit card and use something like QuickBooks to track. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep a track of a lot of receipts, specifically for your gas and any meals that you do while you're on the road. All right, so now we have to talk about getting through the learning curve. In my first 100 dashes, I have had to deliver liquor, deliver pizza. I had a person who put in the address of the place where I was grabbing the food as the place where I was supposed to take the food. So I had to do a phone call and have some communication with them. I've had houses that I've had trouble finding just because the GPS didn't really get me exactly where I needed to go. I also had someone changed the delivery location once I actually got close. Now, it wasn't that far. I ended up just having to walk a little bit, but it was still something that was unexpected. These things are going to happen when you're dashing. So the best thing to do is get going so that you can learn about those things and learn how to handle them effectively as you become a more experienced dasher. So the real question is DoorDash worth it? Let's take a look at the pros and cons. All right, so the first pro is if you're looking for extra cash, this absolutely works. I have made about $350 in a weekend, so I definitely can make some money on this very quickly. You just got to be working in the peak hours. You can also get started like super quickly and be making cash within the first 24 hours typically, which is a great pro. And most of the time, this can be done on your own schedule. Now, you do have to actually schedule the time that you want to work. But they do have a Dash Now option. It isn't always available unless it's during a peak time, and then you can basically start right away, and then they'll tell you about what needs to when you want to stop for the night. All right, on to the cons. First con is that the pay can be a little unpredictable, right? So I've earned as low as $15 an hour and as high as $35 an hour if I include the promo pay, and you are relying on tips to make good money for the most part. As long as you're following that $2 an hour rule, it does help and makes a difference. You do need to schedule your time to get the time slots that you want. So I know that was a pro as well, right? The idea that you can dash when you want to. But the reality is that sometimes I have a few hours free, like right now, and I want to be able to jump right in and get going. So scheduling my time could be a little bit of a problem in some ways. So finally, in larger cities, there can be a lot of competition. I was at one store this past weekend, and there was 4 dashers waiting for orders, right? So hooray for that store for getting really busy, but 4 orders and 4 different people grabbing that just shows how much competition there can be, especially during peak time. All right, so we've given you the pros and cons. I've given you my thoughts. So what do you think? Is DoorDash worth it for you? Ultimately, it's up for you to decide. When the time's right, I do like to do it on occasion. It gets me interacting with people. I do a lot of work from home, right? So it's a kind of a fun way to get out and enjoy the day, but it isn't something that I'm going to rely on fully. Now, is there something better than DoorDash? I think there is. It's called high ticket affiliate marketing. So, what is high ticket affiliate marketing, you ask? Well, it's basically you find products that other people sell, you promote those products, and if someone buys those products, you get a part of the commission. So, let's talk about why I like high ticket affiliate marketing so much. So, what are the benefits to this model? I mean, first off, no product creation. I mean, it can save you hundreds of hours of time and money because someone else has spent hundreds of hours of time and money to put out a quality product that you can promote, and they will pay you when someone else purchases that product. There's also no inventory needed, and you don't need a staff unless you intend to outsource things that you don't like. So personally, for me, I'm not a big fan of advertising. I want to like pay someone to do that at some point, right? But right now, I'm doing it all myself. There's no selling. I love that. No selling. Some people love being on Zoom or on the phone, but I do not. So high ticket affiliate marketing is perfect for that. There's no customer support. The people that promote the product do the customer support for you. Your job is just to connect them to their offer. Basically, you are the bridge that allows people to see what these other people are offering, and you connect these two people, and so that they can form their own relationship. So no customer support for you. You get to do it from home. I have been working from home since 2016, and it's really important that it stays that way. I was work from home before work from home was cool. So my daily tasks are usually done within a few hours. I spend the first couple of hours doing the things that I need to do, and then I spend another few hours generating new content so that I can get new people to take a look at my offers. And that's my day. I spend maximum 4 hours a day doing what I love. You can actually start this while you have a full-time job. That's what I did, and a lot of my friends have done that as well. And when you get to a point where your income from high-ticket affiliate marketing outscales your job, then you can quit your 9-to-5. It does happen to tons of people, and it can happen to you. There is low startup cost. If you have money, great, right? You can accelerate your results with that because you can do paid advertising. Otherwise, there are plenty of methods that you can use in order to generate traffic for low cost or no cost. And again, you're promoting someone else's product, so there's no startup cost in that sense either. Best part is I think you can do it from anywhere in the world. I mean, I know people talk about the laptop lifestyle, but once you have this all figured out, you can actually have it. There's plenty more, but I think you get the point. So what is the best way to get started in high ticket affiliate marketing? That's actually an interesting question because there's plenty of programs out there and a lot of them overpromise and underdeliver. I mean, it's kind of what happens from time to time. And you're kind of left on your own, which frankly is not cool, right? But there's also coaching that can be offered by some programs. Some people like group coaching. Some people like one-on-one coaching. You're going to pay more if you want to do those elements within a program. But we give you a proven system that has helped hundreds of people quit their 9-to-5 job, just like it did me. But it's helped thousands of others create a wonderful side income that can help augment rising cost of things in our day-to-day lives, right? I mean, who couldn't use an extra $1,000 or $2,000? So on top of that, you're going to get me. I'm willing to help be your accountability coach. I will check in with you every week. We'll come up with a plan. We'll work that plan for the first month and make sure that you are on the right track so that you can absolutely earn that first commission sale as quickly as humanly possible.
So, what do you think about high ticket affiliate marketing? Are you excited? I mean, I know I would be so excited to work with you. So, I hope you take this seriously and I hope you take action. The best way for you to take action right now is to go into my pinned comment where you can see what the next steps are so that you can sign up for the free book, free gift that I mentioned to you earlier. It's a book. It's called, I want to make sure you read this correctly, The 3 Proven Steps to Quit Your 9 to 5 Job Through High Ticket Affiliate Marketing. Gives you a much more in-depth look into what I am talking about. And I would love, love, love to work with you. So go grab that free book. And thank you so much for taking the time to look at my DoorDash driver review. I hope you found value in it. I know I enjoyed making it. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe and share and do all those other wonderful things. I'm so appreciative of all of you. Have a stellar day. See ya.